Hi, I'm Roger, and I'm here today with my old Senco SLP20 pinner. It has a problem. Let me plug it in, I'll show you. So, when I pull the trigger here, I've removed all the staples, or the nails, so it's not going to shoot. Let's see how far out this goes. That should be running about what? Sorry about that. Okay, so that should be running just barely showing out here, just like a less than a 1/16 of an inch, because when it's sticking clear out there, that's punching your nail all the way through some trim. Oh, and by the way, you'll see that this safety has been disabled by wedging that in there. I don't recommend you do it, so don't do as I do as I say. You've heard that before. Okay, so the problem with this, and I used to work for Senco. I actually went into different manufacturing homes, factories, and would repair their tools twice a week. And that's how I've learned this. There is a stop in the bottom of the piston here, and I'm going to take it apart and show you. That stop is coming apart. So a nice healthy one is going to look like that. And the one in there definitely doesn't look like that. Now, just for your information, I bought this stop, in case you can't find the parts locally, on Amazon, and it was through this company. And it cost like, I think it was like $3, $4. So very reasonable, and you can fix your tool, even though it's an antique. Okay, so I released the air pressure. Make sure you do that, because if you have the air on and this starts, you start to let this out, that air escapes. And in the past, I've had metal fly into my face. Happily, I wear glasses, and you can actually damage your eyes severely. So what you're going to do is you're going to take off 4 screws here. Oh, and just so you see, 4 screws, dum 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 dum, all 4 corners. Alright, then you take this little apparatus and set it aside. If you just keep in that order, then you won't mess anything up. There is a little O-ring there. You do not want to lose the O-ring. Inside here, there's a little cap. There's this little foam that helps muffle the air coming out of it. And sometimes you can replace that. You won't need to for this problem. Okay, a little collar on the end of the cylinder, O-rings on the cylinder. Here is the piston. A little O-ring on there. Well, it's not really an O-ring, but ring. All those things can be replaced. You can actually buy, and there's part of the problem right there. You can buy these things from the same location. And that's what this stop looks like. And as you can see, they don't look alike. This one has come apart. It's actually made of a plastic rather than the same rubber, and it will deteriorate like that. Not to say this one won't, but I think that the black rubber lasts better than these guys do. So all we do is drop that in there. Boom. Okay. Put that back in. Put our piston and driver in. And you just drop it down in and let it you have to kind of play with it until it drops into where it's supposed to go, and it'll just go down. Oh. See the ridge? I don't know, can you see that ridge? I think you can. That goes to the top. So this is the top, so that ridge goes to the top. There we go. Slipped in. Put our little collar around here again. Press it down in firmly so you can see it's firmly in. Put your little cap. So O-ring matches that hole right there. And it would look wrong if you did it the other way. Put the screws back in. Now you're kind of playing a balancing act when you put these screws in. You want them to be tight enough that they don't come loose, but you don't want to be so powerful that you strip out that aluminum housing. Oop. And I always like to start them rather than tightening one down. I at least want the second one. And then you go around and make sure they're all tight. So what I've done on the tension on this is a Black & Decker 20 volt cordless. It has tension up to 10, and then of course it goes to the fixed stop. So tension at 10. I was actually running tension at 6, so it's not super strong. And let's see if that's solved our problem. Okay, you can barely see the hammer coming out there, and that's the way you want it. So now, we'll load my pins in there. Now it's going to come out the far side because it's long enough it will. But maybe you can see this. You can see that it is insat, but it's not deeply insat. So if you're running, one thing on the manufacturer homes especially, you'll find a very thin trim. It'll be an eighth of an inch thick. And the way this thing was, it was going more than a 1/4 inch deep. So it'd go all the way through the trim, and you would not nail it to the wall. With this, you're countersunk a 1/16 of an inch. So that's probably still deeper than you actually need. And if you find that's the case, what I did at the factory is I would fire it and I would simply file that end off to where it was flat. Be careful about that, because if you do too much, then you might be ordering a new hammer and piston. So I hope that helps. That can extend the life of your tool. So if you've come up to that problem, don't know what to do about it, there you go. If you have any questions, post it in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer. Thank you.